Welcome, Earthly Souls, to my channel, Earthly Soul Tarot. My name is Daniel, for those of you who are new here, and if you're not new, welcome back. I'm so happy to see you again, my love. If you clicked on this video, please trust that this message is most likely probably for you, okay? Do remember, this is a collective message, so some things might resonate really strong, some things might not. You can always save those things for later because they might resonate at a different time, different place. You just never know, okay? Anything is possible. So my loves, let's jump in. We're gonna look into your energy and see where you're currently at. We're gonna connect with your divine spirit team. Spirit, what can you tell me about the collective's energy at this very moment, at the time they're viewing this reading? I don't know if you guys saw the way this card flew out of the deck. That was so funny. The Seven of Pentacles is coming up as the first card of your reading, and this is your overall energy. So I feel like overall, a lot of you could be waiting for something to grow. There's something here that you have put a lot of work and energy towards, okay? And a lot of patience as well. I do feel like time is very significant when it comes to this. I feel like you've put in a lot of your time into this project or into this goal. Maybe it's a reality that you're trying to manifest. Whatever it is, I do see you kind of expecting something here. Anything else, Spirit? What exactly are we waiting for? What exactly? The Eight of Cups. So you could be waiting for something to heal. I'm hearing like the Eight of Cups is an energy of, you know, walking away, or leaving something behind. Could be an energy on like giving up on something when you need to. So maybe a lot of you are waiting for the next step. It's like you left something in the past and now you're waiting, you know, what's next? Like what should I be focusing on instead? Like, and I feel like a lot of you could have, you know, been debating whether or not to leave this energy behind because you didn't know what was coming next. And I feel like I recently did a message on that, so this could even be a continuation on that energy. And now it's like, okay, now that I have this empty slate, what do I do with it? So I feel like you're in you're like in at a point in your life where you can easily manifest anything, to be honest. And I feel like that's where a lot of you might struggle with right now. It's like not knowing what exactly to do with this power, with this newfound energy that you have. It's like, what should I be focusing on? For some of you, I do see you trying to heal over something as well. Like maybe heal from a past relationship, a relationship that you left behind, or just a connection in general. You're also getting the Eight of Pentacles. So 8 could be very significant for you. It's funny, it's 7 and then 8. So you definitely are kind of leveling up to the next step, I feel. With the Eight of Pentacles, this symbolizes somebody that has done the work, okay? You've done the work, you've really mastered something. So this could be in regards to career, okay? We have been getting a lot of Pentacle energy, but I feel like overall this is just something that has to do with your everyday life, your physical reality in general, okay? So the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like, again, you have been in this waiting period for quite some time, but I feel like something significant is about to shift now, okay? There's something about your energy where you're starting to realize that you're outgrowing that waiting period. You're outgrowing your transitional period. And now you're getting ready for the next step. And as I'm saying that, the Nine of Wands is popping up. I mean, come on. It's like you're right there. You can sense it. Something about the energy has gotten really heavy, but it's not negative either. It's just like, it's a certain type of heaviness where you know, oh, okay, something's about to release, okay? There's about to be a moment where everything just goes, you know, left, right, up, down, and things might get hectic for a little bit before it settles back down, and then you notice, whoa, it's a complete new picture, okay? The Four of Cups is coming up in your energy, so I want to see what this is all about. I feel like this is, we're now reading your near future energy. So why is the Four of Cups here? The Emperor in reverse. So there could be a little bit of a struggle finding that stability again, okay? Like I said, when everything releases and the dust is all up in the air, you might find it a little bit difficult to get that dust to settle, or to really see what the dust is trying to play out. I hope you know what I'm talking about. But it's like, when the dust settles, it settles in different spots. It's a complete new picture. Okay, let's see it in regards like to, you had like a drawing on the sand in the beach, right? And the wind eventually will pick up that sand, and that sand is going to fall differently, and it's going to paint a new picture. It's going to ruin whatever picture you had already drawn on the sand. It's going to be a new scenery, a change. Okay. And I feel like a lot of you might struggle. Yeah, the Page of Cups is coming up. A lot of you might struggle to emotionally process this new change. Okay, this could come in the form of a new environment, new people, maybe just new thought patterns as well. I'm getting it's like your point of view is shifting. You could be going through a lot of changes within your beliefs and stuff like that. Opinion changes as well. It's like you're literally shifting. But there's something with the Four of Cups where it's like subconsciously you're not allowing the shift to happen the way that it should. And this is future energy, my loves. Okay, so this isn't happening right now, but this is in your future. Spirit, why? Why are we struggling the Knight of Swords? Because I feel like a lot of you have this set picture in your mind, okay? And you're not really being open to the possibility of something different coming to play, okay? So there's an overall message here of making sure that you are being as open-minded as possible, okay? And open to any form of blessings that Spirit is going to give you. I don't know how to word this. I'm wording it so bad. But, sometimes our blessings don't come in the way that we expect them to come at us, okay? It's like, let's say, you're trying to manifest like a new, I don't know, like you're trying to manifest a new form of transportation, like a car, right? Like let's say a car. And you have a car, but it's not the one you really want, right? But you are taking the steps necessary to make sure that you're showing gratitude for it so that you can attract something better, something that you really want. And then the moment comes and your car gets totaled, right? And sometimes we may not realize that the blessing here is coming from our car being totaled, because now we have the opportunity to get one step closer to our dream car, because now you got to buy a new car, okay? And I'm just using an example that I personally know best. That's kind of like my own experience with that. But this can be in any way, shape, or form. This could be with love. This could be within career. It could be with anything really. But yeah, Spirit doesn't always give us what we're asking in the way that we expect it to come, okay? Sometimes Spirit throws the wildest situations at us, but they end up working out in our favor. We just have to be strong enough in that middle point, in that point where the dust is in the air. We need to be strong enough and patient enough to let the dust just fall where it has to, instead of trying to catch it in the air. Do you know what I mean, collective? I feel like if you're resonating, you know what I'm talking about. So our actions in that midpoint really, really are very important. The way that we react to the dust that's in the air, okay? So make sure that you are focusing on the bigger picture and trusting, okay? Just overall, just letting go of control. I feel like the message here is just to let go of control and be open to what Spirit is trying to give you, okay? Because you'd be surprised. It's actually, the Wheel of Fortune was literally right there on the desk this whole time. You'd be surprised as to how the wheel literally turns in our favor, okay? It's like you wanted to turn right, the wheel starts going left, and you can't control it. You're like, what the heck? Where am I going? And you're actually being led to something even greater than you wanted in the first place. So it's such a beautiful energy. It's an energy of just being divinely guided and supported. So I feel like you should just really let your guides take the wheel right now, my loves. What else? Oh, okay. Thank you, Spirit. What else is going on? So we're getting the Ten of Pentacles right next to the Devil card, okay? So let's see what this is about. I feel like for a lot of you, just intuitively, I'm picking up on somebody that has a lot of baggage. And I don't mean emotional baggage. I mean like physical baggage, okay? The Ten of Pentacles is a very materialistic energy. It's very physical. It's something that we can grab and see and sense with our senses, okay? And I feel like a lot of you are being held back by, this could be by your environment. Maybe it's being held back by your things, by your material possessions. There's something here of like attachment to material things. So that could be something that's really, you know, that could be a big reason why you don't let the dust settle, because you're very attached to your material things, okay? So again, going back to the analogy with the car, you're so attached to your car. Obviously, it's not your dream car, but you're still very attached to it. It's like you think that if you lose this car, that's it. You're never gonna get another car. It's a lack mindset, and I feel like, yeah, thank you, Spirit. I feel like that's what this is trying to warn you about here, is a lack mindset. When someone is so attached to their material things, it's not necessarily because you love those things so much. It's not like, oh my gosh, I love my car so much and I appreciate it and I value it, like spiritually. I feel like it's such a like, it can be, you know, we can feel that way toward our cars, but most of the time it comes from a place of feeling like if we didn't have this car, we would have nothing, okay? And again, I'm using the car analogy, but this could be with anything. It stems from a place of a lack mindset, okay? Which is why we're so afraid to let go of things, because then we feel like we're never going to see it again, or we're never going to get anything as close to that again. And that is a lack mindset, my loves. And that is a mindset that we need to learn to overcome, okay? We cannot let that mindset even enter our lives to begin with. And it takes time, okay, to get over that mindset. But I feel like a lot of you are going on a journey where you're going to be learning how to deal with that energy that is very limiting, okay? It is a very limiting energy. Let's see, Spirit, how can we overcome a lack mindset? How can the collective overcome a lack mindset? The King of Swords, okay? So, yeah, not only being in control of our own emotions, and when I say in control, I don't mean like you're tying them up with rope and like not letting them move. I mean more so you're understanding them. You're understanding them to the point where you can kind of manipulate them. And I know manipulate sounds like a bad word. I swear it's not, okay? It's not. When it comes to this energy, manipulation it's more like a direction, okay? Not manipulation. Maybe I should just change the word. It's more of a direction. You know where to take those emotions in order to make them feel more comfortable, okay? And that is what the King of Swords is kind of all about, okay? On a spiritual level, the King of Swords knows how to direct that energy, just like you would with a sword, right? They know how to cut through certain energies to make them something more beneficial, okay? Also having a very strong sense of direction in general with your own energy, with the way that you make decisions as well, is something very helpful to you. So at this time, try to be a little bit more intentional with, you know, the way you speak, intentional with the decisions that you make as well. Don't just hand out your energy to anyone right now. I feel like right now it's a very important time to keep to yourself and make sure that whatever you're putting out, you're willing to get back, okay? Times 10. Do remember that. Yeah, my loves. Anything else? Any other advice? How else can we let go of this lack mindset? The King of Cups. That's crazy. King of Swords and the King of Cups. Again, having a very balanced balance between your emotions and your actions, your emotions and your logic, your feminine and your masculine. There's something here about just maintaining that balance, okay? Air and water can both be very significant. Maybe you have air and water placements in your chart, or maybe you just tend to lean more towards like air and water energies. So I feel like spending time outside as well can really help heal you on a spiritual level, so, and energetic as well. So make sure you're spending time outside. If you could find water outside, that'd be great too. Anywhere that's windy, that has like a water, a lake or a pond or a waterfall would be great. What else? The Queen of Pentacles. You're getting like queens and kings off the charts as your advice. Again, I feel like a lot of you are very, very spiritually protected. Okay, you got some strong protections in place. I don't know if you have done like protection rituals or you've set like wards or something, but you got a lot of guidance here. Okay, there's a lot of guidance. I'm seeing a lot of masculine energy too, so yeah, do what you will with that. Spirit, any other messages for the collective before we end this reading? Okay, hold on. I feel like I need to kind of like recalibrate the cards. Just get, whoa. I don't know if you guys saw that. This card literally flew. The Ace of Wands. That is beautiful. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, you guys are definitely headed towards a big shift, okay? If you're not already in this shift, because some of you could already be there, but something about your energy is changing. It's a very energetic shift. It's very energetic. It might not be so physical yet, okay? Eventually the physical will catch up. But this is very energetic, and people might notice it. They might not say anything yet, but they're going to notice it in the way that they feel around you too. Something about you is also becoming very... With the Ace of Wands, I always see this being a very influential energy as well. Because imagine you're holding like a big torch, you know, that's pretty influential. Anyone's going to look at you and want to know what you're up to. So I feel like you're going to become somebody very recognized as well. So I don't know if you have like social media content out there. Maybe you're a content creator. You're someone that tries to push out a certain message or relay a certain, you know, something. You're definitely going to get there. Okay, there's something where there's going to be a lot of energy directed towards you. A lot of recognition. So that's interesting. What else is coming up here? The Five of Pentacles is coming up. So why is the Five of Pentacles here, Spirit? The Seven of Wands. Some of you might find it a little bit difficult to speak your truth when it comes to a certain situation. Maybe with a certain person. I'm getting with a person. There could be someone in your energy. The World is at the bottom of the deck. Or maybe just with people in general. I think some of you might be a little bit afraid of this recognition. Okay? Because I do see a lot of recognition heading your way. But I see you kind of being a little bit scared. A little bit fearful. Like, whoa, hold on. Like, I'm like, what's that? A fear of success. Okay? I feel like a lot of people, they want to have influence. They want to have, like, you know, fame and all that stuff. But then when they actually get there, they freeze and they don't know what to do with it. They're like, oh my gosh, hold on. I wasn't prepared for this. Most people are not prepared for that, okay? And I feel like that's the case with you here. You're not really prepared to have so many eyes on you or to have all this energy directed towards you. Maybe energetically you're not prepared. Maybe you haven't set enough protections. Or maybe this is something very physical. I do see it a lot with like your throat chakra. So I feel like a lot of you might not know what to say once you have the platform. Okay? So that's definitely something coming up for you. But I do feel like the Seven of Wands is also a very reassuring card. Okay? And it's kind of laying on top of the King of Swords right now. So I feel like the King of Swords energy, again, it's a very communicative energy. So that energy is going to really support you. Your communication is very, very strong. So make sure that you are being very, again, very intentional with the words that you speak and the messages that you try to portray, the direction of your voice as well. The Chariot, again, right as I said the direction, the Chariot fell out. Yeah, make sure that you're very intentional on your direction. There's a lot of significance on like up, down, left, right, north, east, west, north, south, east, west. There's like a lot of significance on directions in general for some reason. Maybe some of you could be traveling soon too. I don't know. I'm getting someone like traveling and doing something very significant with communication, like a message that you're trying to spread. Let's get one more message for this tarot reading, and then I'm gonna end the video at that. Oh my gosh, 20-minute long. I tend to keep my readings around like 15 to 17 minutes, but sometimes they go much further. I let them though. I allow it. Let's get one last message for the collective spirit. What is one last message that you want the collective to know? The Justice card. And I really hope you guys saw how it flew out the deck because it was so funny. The Justice card. My loves, need I say it? Like I said, you're being very spiritually guided, very spiritually directed. Okay, so this sense of direction, yes, do your best to make sure you're aware of it, but also make sure that you're also being open-minded and open to spirit taking the wheel as well. And again, it might be hard to find that middle ground to where you're letting go but still, you know, in control. But once you find that, like, that golden line, I don't know why I'm seeing it as like a golden line. It's like once the wheels like lock into the track, you know, that energy when it clicks, like when a cabinet breaks and then you have to like, not breaks, but when the rail goes off, when the little wheel goes off the rail, you have to like readjust it. You know that feeling once you feel it readjusting on the track? Such a good feeling. It's so satisfying. That's exactly what it feels like, okay? And your guides want you to know that you're on that track, okay? Your wheel has already been placed on that track. So now you can just roll with the punches, okay? Remember, keep an open mind. Really work on that lack mentality, that lack confirmation burp, that lack mindset, okay? Because you may not notice it, but the lack mindset is something that is really hindering you, okay? Specifically you, whoever's watching this, if you're resonating, that lack mindset, work on it, okay? I love you guys so much. I'm gonna end the reading at that. Like I said, this reading is already so long. Let me know if this resonates, okay? Let me know if you are going through this energetic shift. I feel like if you are, you can definitely feel it. Yeah, my loves, and prepare, because I do feel like a lot of recognition is coming your way as well. There's a huge message that you need to portray. So be very intentional, okay? Especially right now. Be very intentional with your energy, with your words, with where you're headed, with the decisions that you're making. Make sure that you meditate a little bit before you make big decisions, okay? I feel like it could really help you. I love you so much, collective, and I'll see you on the next reading.